talk about the other legs.
Okay, so some of the other legs, they're going to be looking at what your credit looks like.
Okay.
Now, from my experience, the credit score is kind of the bottom of the list, is what they're looking at. They're more interested in what accounts are specifically on your credit report. So yes, they
so the
say
nature of your credit report,
correct.
Why it is what it is, instead
Exactly.
of just simply what it is.
Exactly.
Which is nice because some people may have different, a lot of some of my clients I've seen, the younger ones, there's a lot of student debt, and that's been an issue, especially getting out of college and not finding a job, or a job that's
Right.
not substantial enough to pay off that debt. Especially some of the bigger institutions and colleges up there that charge so much. So.
Oh boy, I know, and exactly, and those types of things can hold some people back in
Sure.
the score department, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are not qualified for a mortgage.
Okay.
So they're looking at, yes, what is your minimum score, and they set down sometimes as low as a 580, for instance.
580.
Mm-hmm.
So you've had people at 580 that have qualified for mortgages.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
However, it's very not typical to have a 580 credit score and not have certain items on the credit report that the banks are going to say, no, you don't qualify. I've also had borrowers that have had a 700 credit score, and they've had an item that's on their credit report that they cannot qualify.
Really? Okay.
So that's why I say the banks want to look at what is the credit report as a whole. What accounts are on there? And there are certain items, like we had discussed earlier with foreclosure,
and bankruptcies, okay.
short sales, that might not have affected the scores a whole lot,
but it's still there on the report.
Absolutely affect your ability to qualify. They'll look at collection accounts, for instance. If you had a collection account because there was a credit card that wasn't paid, they're going to require that account is satisfied. That means paid, either removed or paid.
Huh. Okay.
So even though you may have the credit score that they say can qualify you, if you have items like that, they're going to set certain rules on those items. They don't care about medical. If you have a collection that's on there that is medical related, you might as well just black it out. So
right. Oh, and it's kind of true in that industry, right? A lot of the medical debt, it does not affect you. Right. It still affects you, right? But not that much as compared to any other sort of defaults.
Exactly. It's not going to keep you from getting a mortgage. It's not going to keep you from getting certain financial related licenses, for instance. It's due to certain laws and regulations, medical collections are not usually considered a factor that somebody could deny you credit.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. And there's, I think in the credit realm, and well, that there's a lot of little tweaks and adjustments that you can make, even as far as credit card balances and transferring balances from one card to opening up other cards, alleviating some of that. Somebody maxed out one card and alleviating some of that debt into other resources that you can put. And we're going to talk about that more later on in the training.